Welcome to Bruiser Bedlam. It's 1 hour of the most terrific action you're ever going to see.
We've got some red-hot excitement today, fans. Danny McGuire makes an appearance today. You'll see Calypso Jim meeting Prince Mama Mohammed. Flying Fred Curry takes on the Polynesian Wildman. Also, Graham and Kent in tag team action.
You've got the finest wrestlers, just like I said, Terry. You've got new guys, you've got older guys, and you've got the toughest guys right here on Bruiser Bedlam. I can hardly wait to see all these geysers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Wrestling Association is proud to present International All-Star Championship Wrestling. Another edition of Bruiser Bedlam, coming to you from the fabulous Premier Center in Detroit.
Wrestling fans, our first contest of the evening, one fall, 15-minute time limitation. Introducing from Philadelphia, weighing 245 pounds, here is Danny McGuire. And his opponent from ASPCA, weighing 240 pounds, let's hear it for Moondog. One fall, 15-minute time limitation.
Here comes Danny McGuire right now, making his debut, Dick the Bruiser. We hear some good things about this young guy.
This young guy is 6'6" and weighs 265 pounds, and he doesn't look it. He's awful. He's very rangy, Terry. He's tall and rangy, which is now... You ring that bell, sir. Oh.
Off we go, the Moondog rushing the issue here, attacking him with a series of forearms. Just about jumped the bell, whips him across the ring. McGuire moves out of the way. The Moondog goes crashing into that ring post. Nice arm drag, takedown, and McGuire's on fire.
Yeah, he's tall and rangy, and he's got that Irish temper, Terry. He's got Irish temper, I can tell.
So far, he looks real good.
He's good. Uh-oh, what's he going to do?
Oh, look at that. Just came crashing down with that leg. Danny McGuire, as you said, about 6.5 feet tall, 6'6". He's on the ropes now. Moondog, let's see if he'll stand back cleanly. No way.
These Moondogs, there's several of them in the United States and Canada.
Whoa, beautiful drop kick, Bruiser. Look at that. Boy, does he get up there, huh?
I'd say he's in the air 6 foot at least.
A beautiful drop kick, couple of them from Danny McGuire, and I think the advanced publicity was well-founded on him.
That's right. He's supposed to be a real high flyer, Terry.
Step over toe hold now, applied by Danny McGuire. The Moondog into the ropes. McGuire, there's more than one way to break a hold. McGuire once again puts on the pressure on the toe hold there. Referee Gene Lyons in to ask the Moondog if he wants to submit. He's awful close to the ropes, though.
That's the way to do it.
Stepping over one more time, Danny McGuire. Remember that name. I think we're going to see a lot from him.
I'm sure we will. Like I said, that's wrestling today. All the new fellas that have started in the last several years, 90% of them are over 6'3", 6'4".
Yet to come, Calypso Jim against Prince Mama Mohammed, along with his manager, the Baroness, Ava Von Alba. Also in the program today, Graham and Kent, the World Tag Team Champions, will be making an appearance. So quite a fantastic program on Bruiser Bedlam today.
McGuire's hurt Moondog's knee. It's already hurt. Uh-oh.
Ah, the Moondog's going for the rough stuff.
Yeah. You notice that on his knees, he's almost as tall as the Moondog.
That's true. McGuire taking his lumps at this point from the Moondog. Moondog was just absolutely dazzled by the finesse from Danny McGuire. McGuire blocks that punch, lays in one of his own. There's another one. He throws a good punch. Good solid punch.
He's got long arms.
Off the ropes goes the Moondog into the elbow, and McGuire could get a pinfall here. Nope, only a 2 count from referee Gene Lyons. McGuire picking Moondog up with a little yank of the hair and the beard. Going for a big body slam here. Whoops.
Oh, no. Backbreaker, Terry.
He's still got it down across the knee, back first, and McGuire's on his way out.
He got him in a backbreaker.
He's going to climb the ropes. Watch out below.
What's he going to do, Terry? He's going to jump on him.
Oh, drop kick. And McGuire is in for the pin. This has got to be it. That's it.
I tell you, Terry, he's well coordinated for a fella 6'6".
Well, I'm certainly impressed. Danny McGuire making his debut on Bruiser Bedlam today.
Yeah, we were told about him, and our people that were confident to us, they told us the truth.
Yeah, the scouts are doing their job, Bruiser.
That's right.
We're going to see it again here in only moments. Here he comes again, under the top rope. Moondog is a little close to get the full effect of the drop kick, but it still does enough that McGuire can move right in and get the 3 count on a tough competitor, the Moondog. Excellent match yet to come. Stay with us. Bruiser Bedlam proud to be a part of Cable System Day with the Toledo Mud Hens Memorial Day, Monday, May the 26th at Lucas County Stadium. The Mud Hens will be in action, followed by some outstanding Bruiser Bedlam matches featuring the great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, Flying Fred Curry, Calypso Jim, Don Kent, and Chris Carter. Then at the Hotel Sofitel, downtown Toledo, Sunday night, June the 22nd at 8 o'clock. It's going to be a long time before the wrestling fans in attendance forget this one, and a long time, if ever, that this card will be topped because it is lined with stars from top to bottom. Inside the steel cage, Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim meet Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent. We will have word next week for sure whether we can find a special referee that meets Fred Curry's satisfaction as he challenges the great Wojo for the World Championship. 1,000 pounds of wrestlers in the ring. The Kentucky Butcher and Moose Cholak have a gigantic score to settle. You will see Chris Carter in a return battle against the Polynesian Wildman. 10 rounds of midget boxing. Farmer Pete against Little John with Sam Botek Jr. as special referee. El Bracero meets Mohammed Jihad Saad. Now, tickets are available at the lobby of the Hotel Sofitel, the Miller Country Store on Summit Street. Also, all shed locations. There's plenty of free parking in the Vistula Garage at Jackson and Summit. Let me emphasize that. Free parking. You don't have to dress up. Just come as you are.
Well, we have just got a special announcement from promoter Bob Luce of the WWA that Fred Curry has signed to wrestle the great Wojo. I shamed him into it. He was trying to use this referee thing as an excuse. And when Wojo said, we don't care if Fred Curry's brother's a referee. It doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter to Wojo. Tell him, Wojo, who's he going to be wrestling? You were the referee.
Hey, I don't care. He's going to wrestle me, and I'm going to give him a good beating. That's all there is to it. What do I care who the referee is? There's not anybody I'm afraid of. I never did like referees, but I can't think of anybody tough enough to give me any trouble. I'm not worried. Why should I worry about that referee? I'm just worried about Curry. I'll give Curry a good beating. I'll give the referee a good beating if I have to, but I don't care who that referee is. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm the toughest man in the world.
Sunday, June 22nd at the Sofitel. We know all your groups and organizations are always looking for creative new ways to raise money for your treasury. We've got a perfect suggestion. We'll bring an entire evening of all the great wrestling stars you watch every week here on Bruiser Bedlam. We'll bring them to your community. If you'd like more information on that, right here, this address, this telephone number will have it for you. Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226, or phone 313-567-4444.
This is one fall, 15-minute time limitation. Introducing from Uganda, weighing 340 pounds, managed by Baroness Eva Ban Elba. Here is Prince Mama Mohammed. And his opponent from Kingston, Jamaica, weighing 245 pounds. Here is Calypso Jim.
Out of the way, Jim.
All right, Calypso Jim against Prince Mama Mohammed. An excellent match. Mohammed jumps the bell.
No doubt, Terry, that the Countess told the Prince Mama Mohammed, you've got to get rid of Calypso Jim quick.
Of course, Calypso Jim, one of the top dogs here in the WWA and on Bruiser Bedlam. What a feather in the cap of the Prince it would be if he could defeat Calypso Jim, because, as you mentioned, Baroness Eva Von Alba, her plans are to take him right to the top. Calypso Jim just ripping that T-shirt right off. I do think the guy's a little upset.
He's mad.
And he lets go with a couple of good roundhouse right hands. Drop kick.
Whoa, there's a real drop kick.
Into the ropes went Prince Mama Muhammad, arm drag. And Calypso Jim is red hot today. The Prince, though, relentless in his attack on Calypso Jim. Well, the Baroness mentioned the Aryan training program that she has Prince Mama Muhammad on at this point in time, and evidently it so far looks like it's really paying off. Off the ropes, over the top, 6 feet 6 inches in the air, and Calypso Jim came crashing down on his back. The Prince with Calypso Jim stretched over the top rope, throat first. Look at the Baroness. What has she got there? Her gloves? Slapping Calypso Jim with those leather gloves right across the face.
Oh, yeah. She won't stop at anything.
Yeah, she's going to be definitely someone to be reckoned with. Uh-oh. Hey, power slam in for the count. And wait a minute. There's Jerry Graham and Wojo and Bulldog Don Kent.
I knew.
Oh, no, they're triple teaming Calypso Jim. What? Kent and Graham and Wojo on the Calypso.
Now what are they going to do?
This could be very, very dangerous.
I should go in, Terry.
What has Kent got? What has he got there? Spray paint?
They're spraying his face with
Oh,
spray
my
paint.
God. He's got spray paint. Orange spray paint. Uh-oh, the referee just got punched by the doctor, but they have spray painted Calypso Jim. Now what is wrong with these guys? I mean, first they cut his hair, and now they come out there with spray paint. I think they got it in his eyes. Look at him.
That stuff burns like turpentine or anything.
Yeah, no, oh my.
That stuff burns your eyes for a day.
This Calypso Jim has just taken so much abuse, so much uncalled for abuse.
Maybe you ought to go look at it, doctor. Just stay looking at it. The doctor's going to join him.
The doctor on his way into the ring because Calypso Jim definitely got some of that spray paint in the eyes. Now I'm concerned for the eyes of Calypso Jim. It's enough of a humiliation that he was spray painted orange by Kent and Graham and Wojo, but it got in his eyes. This could be a very, very devastating blow. Chris Carter's got some comments in the ring on the microphone. Chris Carter expressing his shock and displeasure, and certainly we all share that sentiment.
I never saw anything like that.
Well, it's yet another chapter in the...
oh, yeah, they'll do everything they can.
Oh, just amazing. We're going to see the closing moments of the match, such as it was. I think Calypso Jim did get the 3 count on Prince Mama Muhammad following this power slam. There's 1, there's 2,
3.
and there's 3.
He got a 3 count.
He got it. I don't think his shoulder was off the mat there. Now here comes Graham and Wojo. Kent's behind him. No, I believe it's Kent. Who's, look at him, look at his right hand there. He's got that spray paint can. Graham and Wojo softening up Calypso Jim, just coming off a beautiful big victory. Once again, they attack him from behind.
Well, it takes 3 of them. That's what they did once before when they cut his hair off.
As if it wasn't enough getting the haircut, the humiliation he suffered then they got, look at that, look at him spray painting him right into his eyes.
Yeah, takes 3 of them to do it.
Just terrible.
Instead of 2 to tango, it's 3 to dance.
Oh, I definitely think we've seen enough of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Graham's Gallery is up when we return. Wrestling fans who have grown up watching great cards through the years in the Glass City of Toledo, Ohio, swear this is the most outstanding lineup, the greatest array of talent ever signed for the Glass City of Toledo. Let me run down the stars. You be the judge. We are proud, along with Miller Beer, to bring Bruiser Bedlam to the Hotel Sofitel. Beautiful, prestigious location in the heart of downtown Toledo, right next to Portside. Sunday, June the 22nd, the action all gets underway at 8 o'clock. There's plenty of free parking in the Vistula Garage at Jackson and Summit Streets. Now to that card. In the main event, inside a 16-foot high steel cage for the World Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent lay the title on the line against the world's most dangerous wrestler back in Toledo, Dick the Bruiser, teaming up with Calypso Jim. The match for the world title has been signed. The Great Wojo against Flying Fred Curry. Next week, we'll tell you who the special referee will be. Special challenge, more like a demand from Yukon Moose Cholak. He will meet the man who's 7 feet 2 inches tall, almost 500 pounds, the Kentucky Butcher. Chris Carter in a return match against the Polynesian Wildman. You'll see 10 rounds of midget boxing. That's right, the midgets put on the gloves. Farmer Pete meets Little John, and Mohamed Jihad Saad against El Bracero. And we welcome into Bruiser Bedlam today, on my right, Mr. Sam Botek from Miller Beer, one of the sponsors, and the manager of the Hotel Sofitel, Mr. Mike Hill. Mike, it's certainly our pleasure to bring Bruiser Bedlam to such a fine, fine establishment as the Hotel Sofitel. And how are the tickets going so far?
Well, they're almost sold out.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, huh?
And so are we.
And I know the fans are going to turn up, and we remind the fans it's casual dress, come as you are. And Sam, you will be refereeing that midget.
Yes, I will.
Mr. Hill, excuse me. Now, let me tell you something. This makes me want to regurgitate. Look at this. Look at turn around. Chris Carter, I thought you were my friend. I thought we were friends. I thought we hung around together. Now I know why you hang around me, Botek, because every time we're somewhere, I always end up picking up the check. That's right. What? This Botek is a leech. Now he comes on here with a Chris Carter shirt.
Chris Carter, made the American way.
I don't care about made the American way. I care about Chris Carter. You are a traitor, and you've
Sunday, June 22nd, Hotel Sofitel. Don't miss it.
I don't believe this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the midget wrestlers are always a delight to have with us on Bruiser Bedlam. Farmer Pete in the spotlight today. He's one-on-one as Dr. Jerry Graham's guest in another installment of Graham's Gallery.
Welcome to another edition of Graham's Gallery. As you can see, just back from Hawaii on my 3-week vacation, my $100 Aloha shirt, my $6 cigar. Wealth just follows me all over the place. But we're here today to interview wrestlers. That's what we're here every day at Graham's Gallery, to interview the biggest names in the business. But we couldn't get one of the biggest names in the business today. Instead, we got one of the littlest names in the business. Little joke. Farmer Pete, the famous midget wrestler. Farmer Pete, I want to welcome you to my show.
Thank you.
Now, I'm sure the fans would like to know a lot of things about you. You've toured the world. A lot of people tell me that you're rated right now as the #1 midget in the world, although I have my doubts about that, of being personal friends with Little John, an undefeated midget wrestler, I might add. Would you be willing to wrestle Little John in some future date?
Yes, I'd wrestle Little John, and I'd even like John to have you as a tag team partner, and I'd get a tag team partner and wrestle mixed tag.
Well, I think the only problem with that is you might have a little trouble finding somebody to be your partner willing to mix it up with Dr. Graham, the real world's most dangerous wrestler. But now, let me ask you this. How many years have you been wrestling?
11 years.
Oh, I thought your career was shorter than that. Now, John, you know, you should learn a little bit about manners. I was always taught when I'm talking to somebody, you should stand up. Why don't you stand up when I'm talking to you? You know something? You know, I'm not a priest. I'm not a clergyman. This isn't church. You don't have to kneel. Why don't you stand up and...
Listen, I flew here today to be on your show special today, and I don't have to take none of this from you.
Well, let me tell you something, you little plurp. You'll take whatever I tell you you're going to take, because this is my show, and I ask the questions I want to ask.
Graham, this is a friend of mine. If you want to interview him right.
Well, I was going to interview him right. In fact, I was just saying that Farmer Pete, you know, I've been all over the world. I've been to the Middle East, Africa. I've been to South America, the Orient, and I've always seen all kinds of midget wrestlers, and you're my pick. You're the #1 midget wrestler in the world, in my opinion. There's not another midget that could beat you. There's probably a lot of 200, 250-pound wrestlers that you could beat, too. I really think he's good, Moose. This man is a great wrestler. You're a great wrestler, and I want to thank you very much for being on my show. It's been a real honor. It's been a real honor. It's been a real honor. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Farmer Pete, and we look forward to having you again real soon. Another edition of Graham's Gallery. A real pleasure. Hope to see you again real soon, fans.
A real treat now, fans. Our archive match this week features, from the recent past, Bull Bullinski against Bobby the Brain Heenan.
This is Sam Menaker to ringside. We're ready to get underway with our first match. And here to introduce the contestants, our distinguished ring announcer, Tom Mathis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our matches are sanctioned by the State Athletic Commission, which has appointed as your referee Johnny Shoren, the timekeeper Harry Black. This one-fall match has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing from Beverly Hills, California, at a weight of 228.5 pounds, the one, the only, pretty boy Bobby Heenan. And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 256 pounds, the world-famous wrestling truck driver, Bull Bullinski.
Okay, fans, here's referee John Shorn. And he's checking the wrestlers. Bull Bullinski, very, very popular wrestler. Heenan goes to the outside. His usual style, of course. His defensive strategy. Pretty boy Bobby Heenan reached for something in his leotards. He charges into Bullinski. They're in the referee's hold. A slap, but a quick return slap by Bull. Hey, fans, you're watching All-Star Championship Wrestling. We have a tremendous crowd here in this arena tonight. Over 10,000 people today watching these great matches featuring the world's greatest wrestlers. As we mentioned earlier, our main event, our feature match of the day, a big tag team match. Baron von Raschke and Ernie Ladd will be facing Dick the Bruiser and Bruno Sammartino. Man, what a match that'll be. Right now, Bullinski has the advantage on pretty boy Bobby Heenan. A little elbow tap by Bullinski. Heenan, of course, is the man who recently won the award, the Wrestling Manager of the Year. He's a very dangerous wrestler. Say he's got a stick, a piece of wood, and he jammed it into the throat of Bullinski. Now he slipped that, looked like a tongue depressor, and put them back in his trunks. He cleverly hides it from the referee. You know, the referee does not break a hold or stop a man until he actually witnesses an illegal act. Heenan choking Bullinski, now throwing elbow smashes. Punches to the side of the head, kicks to the midsection. A chokehold, Bullinski pulling Heenan's hair. Heenan chops him again. A big punch by Bullinski sends Heenan back to the ropes. A flying Beal. Heenan hits the mat and hits it hard. Bull Bullinski now with a chokehold on Heenan. Takes him by the arm, crashes him into the turnbuckle. Heenan's on the mat. Bullinski rips him up by the hair. There's Bobby Heenan on the mat. And Heenan has that stick in his hand. The referee has not seen it. And I don't think Bullinski's seen it either. There he drives it into the throat of Bull Bullinski. Again, he jams it into the throat of Bullinski. And once again, he drives it in there. Bullinski used a front headlock, brought Heenan over and defeated him. The match is over. Bull Bullinski the winner. He was using this stick. He was using that stick. It hit the man in the throat with it. Heenan is trying to say that it...
What am I going to take? Look, you.
Heenan,
Look.
you know that you used this
Didn't
stick.
use no stick. He tried to grab my leg. That's right. Let me tell you something. You get in my way. You cost me matches. You try to stick your nose in my business.
Wrestling fans, this is one fall, 15-minute time limitation. Introducing from Mamie, Ohio, weighing 240 pounds. Here is the Wanderer, Jerry McIntyre. And his opponent from the South Pacific, weighing 256 pounds. Here is the Polynesian Wildman. One fall, 15-minute time limitation.
The always dangerous Polynesian Wildman makes his entrance into the ring from the islands in the South Pacific to face Jerry McIntyre, referee Gene Lyons. Of course, everyone is still shocked at what we saw before Graham's gallery there, the spray painting of Calypso Jim. This Polynesian Wildman is another guy who falls into the category of the type of men like Graham and Kent.
I think he might be even tougher than Graham and Kent.
I think Jerry McIntyre lacks a little bit of experience here, and certainly the Polynesian Wildman is going to take full advantage of that.
When I used to play football with Green Bay, I used to have a girlfriend that looked just about like the Polynesian man.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, that must have been something.
She had long hair just like him. And
Yeah?
legs and everything just like the Polynesian man.
I hope she didn't have the same personality.
Same personality,
Oh,
too.
my God. Wildman with a knee lift puts McIntyre flat on his back.
I tried to sneak her in a Sheridan Cadillac several times. They wouldn't allow it.
No, they wouldn't, huh? They had rules against that, huh?
That's right. A clean living guy like the Bruiser.
No animals allowed, huh?
No. But this guy's tough.
Absolutely, he is. Got a big reputation. Has confined most of his activity to the areas like Hawaii, into the Philippines, wrestling over in that area. Actually applying a wrestling hold now. Got the reverse chin lock on McIntyre. Could be actually a choke at this point in time. Referee's around to check for that.
You noticed Terry, our doctor, is still not back at ringside. He's back in the dressing rooms trying to get the paint out of Calypso Jim's eyes.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. Hopefully we can get some kind of a report on the prognosis for Calypso Jim in his eyes.
I think they're going to have to keep the doctor back there to take care of McIntyre now when they haul him back to the dressing room.
And we've got the World Tag Team Champions, Bulldog Don Ken and Dr. Jerry Graham coming up. The doctor may never get back out here to ringside.
You've hit it exactly on the head.
The Wildman choking McIntyre over the top rope, hurls him back into the ring. McIntyre just hasn't been able to get himself started in this match. Another knee lift puts McIntyre on his back. And the Wildman, the Polynesian Wildman, from behind, a big forearm. Showing off his muscles for the benefit of the fans here, who are not too appreciative of that. Certainly the Polynesian Wildman has done very little to win friends amongst the wrestling fans.
Well, he's wild, that's for sure.
Big body slam by the Polynesian Wildman. He's going out now. He likes to climb to those top ropes. And look out below. Here he comes. Right down across the chest of Jerry McIntyre. There's the count of 3.
I think he lit across his chin.
He flattened him. That's what you mean by flattening him. The Polynesian Wildman, a very, very dangerous competitor.
He's still on him, Terry. Just like I said, the doctor better stay back in the dressing room.
I don't think we have yet seen a true test for the abilities of the Polynesian Wildman, at least here on television.
Shut up.
Makes his way out of the ring now as we get the ring announcement.
The winner by flying body press off the top rope, the Polynesian Wildman.
We're going to take a look at it again. Now, there's just no coming back from something like this. Once this guy lands with all of his 260-some pounds on top of you, I mean, you are out. You're out. You're flattened. The 3 count goes in. Another impressive victory for the Polynesian Wildman. We will return with more Bruiser after this. All you groups and organizations that need money for your treasury, Bruiser Bedlam will come to your town. We'll bring all the great wrestlers you watch in this program every week. If you'd like to get more information about that, there's the address to write to. Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226. Or give us a call anytime. Area code 313-567-4444.
Next, wrestling fans, a tag team match, 1 fall, 15-minute time limitation for the WWA Tag Team Championship of the World. Our referee is Mr. Gene Lyons. Introducing the challengers from the Bronx, New York, weighing 227 pounds. Here is Mike McGee. His partner from Dallas, Texas, weighing 235 pounds. Rocky Guerraro. And their opponents, the reigning champions from New York City, weighing 238 pounds, the toast of all the coast. Here is the Dr. Jerry Graham. His partner, weighing 242 pounds, from Broken Bone, Arizona. He's wrestling's bone breaker. Here is Bulldog Don Kent.
You got them, the World Tag Team Champions in the ring now. Bulldog Don Kent and Dr. Jerry Graham, and I wonder if these two opponents know what they've let themselves in for.
I wonder if they remember just what happened a few minutes ago to Calypso Jim.
Uh-oh, the Bulldog wants that sign out there on the other side of the ring.
You know, I talked to the doctor a few minutes ago, Terry.
Here you see it.
And they definitely did get paint in Calypso Jim's eyes.
Were they able to wash it out? Or?
He was back there and they tried to wash it out. And they've got drops in his eyes now, but his vision's impaired.
Well, certainly it won't go unpunished. Certain Calypso Jim, hopefully anyway, will be back. Bulldog lays one in on Mike McGee on the ropes. Our first look at this Mike McGee. Boy, what a test for him in his debut on Bruiser Bedlam.
Yeah, I think he's...
Bulldog scoops him up, body slams, makes the tag. Here comes the doctor.
Did you notice he tried to put his hand down and stop the slam that time? That's the way you break an arm, Terry. Watch the next time that they slam him.
Yeah.
People don't understand. There's sometimes that you just have, once you feel yourself in the air, you've got to try to land flat. If you don't, you're going to break something.
Instead of trying to save yourself, you might cause further hurt to yourself.
That's right.
Right into the foot, Rocky Guerraro. The tag is on again. The Bulldog moves in. You'll see the champions tag off frequently. They always try to keep a fresh man in the ring. Good tag team strategy.
I hear time and time again from fans, oh, those wrestlers know how to fall. Well, they don't know how to fall any better than anybody else. The only experience you get is trying to protect your body on the way down.
Graham comes down with a double sledgehammer off the ropes, throwing in those fists. The Bulldog and Dr. Jerry Graham have always been a couple of fierce competitors, but even more so over the last few months. They've just been absolutely devastating, terrifyingly.
Well, just not only when they're in a scheduled match, you've got to watch them every minute.
Yeah, really.
That's what I told you at the beginning of the matches today. You've got to watch them every minute, and they proved just what I said. Not only in their match, they're jumping in and fooling with everybody else's matches.
The Bulldog lets loose with a...
I believe they've got this guy bleeding right on the nose.
They do. They got him split open, and he's hurled right out of the ring.
Right on the top of the bridge of his nose, he's cut.
I wonder if they did that with a foreign object or if we just opened him up with those series of fists.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hurled right into the ring post, Mike MaGee.
We better get the doctor ready again.
This is his first and possibly his last appearance on Bruiser Bedlam.
I kicked him right on the nose.
Now he knows what the competition is like in the WWA and here on Bruiser Bedlam.
Yeah.
Rocky Guerraro, he wants the tag.
Kicked him right in the nose.
Bulldog grabs him up by the hair and lets loose again.
On the nose.
Once again, a tag. Here comes the doctor. Dr. Jerry Graham moves in. And they're working on that forehead of Mike MaGee now. Well, they were definitely going to keep our doctor busy tonight. The World Tag Team Champions, they are devastating.
Yeah, they're getting meaner and meaner.
They are. I'm sure all the fans can see.
I hate to take sides, but it's just hard not to butt in with these guys.
Well, it must be hard, Bruiser, for a top competitor like yourself to sit back and watch this. However, as we've explained to the fans before, Bruiser has no choice. He's got to sit here by orders of the commission and be an announcer. And MaGee just slammed head first right into the steel post at ringside. Referee puts in the count. This guy might be smart just to forget it, stay out. Hang it up. You got to give him credit. He's got some guts. I don't know how smart he is, but he's got a lot of guts.
Here's the end of him right there.
Oh, right down throat first over the top rope.
Right on the throat. Well, he's still working that nose.
Bulldog Don Kent. There's none tougher than the Bulldog. He's been everywhere. He's faced them all. More often than not, he has his hand raised when it's all over, too. He and Graham have worn that gold now for a couple of years. The World Tag Team Champions.
Put the knee right on the nose again.
Now the fans getting on him. They're starting to bark at him. Mike MaGee suffering from the effects of this attack that he's had to put up with from the champions. Graham moved right in. I don't believe there was a tag there, but Graham moved in to prevent MaGee from making the tag. Yeah. They'll just beat this guy all night.
They're
in for the count. Oh, he could have had the count there.
They're just definitely trying to injure the guy now. They're just trying to give the doctor more work.
They're just trying to prove a point. They're trying to show everybody how rough and tough they are.
They're trying to injure it now.
And certainly they've caused a lot of devastation here in the Premier Center in Sterling Heights, Michigan tonight. After the Pearl harboring of Calypso Jim, spray painting him orange.
There goes.
Watch this, the pile driver and Graham down from the top to add to it. Oh, what a brutal move.
That's the only time I've ever seen that.
That's a career-ending kind of a move there. The pile driver's bad enough, but when you got Graham with all his weight adding to the pressure. And they're not done yet.
Winners and WWA Tag Team Champions of the World, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Ken.
The smartest thing you ever did was sit right where you're at. Sit back there with a commission and a doctor will protect you. Because you're nothing. You're dirt. You're scum. Come on, get in there. You're slime. Get in there. Come on. Go.
We're going to try to have a few words here with the World Tag Team Champions. Now, you had the guy beat. You were absolutely brutal to this poor guy. And what about this pile driver move? You could have ended that guy's career.
You know, I use horror, terror, and fear as effectively as other wrestlers use a wrist lock, a hammer lock, or a toe hold. When those would-be challengers watch this TV program and see what Kent and me are capable of doing. We've got them beat and terrified before they come into the ring.
Bulldog Don Kent, you as champions have always been brutal competitors in the ring, yet in recent weeks even more so. Why?
Let me say this, Terry. When they get into the ring, you have got to be able to defend yourself. You're going to have to fight because this is a fight game. You're in here for the money. You're not in here to sit out there and play with the money.
Bruiser, it was the smartest thing you've ever done, getting behind that commentator's table with those earphones. Because if you were still wrestling around Detroit, I would love nothing better than to break you in two, you big baboon, you moron.
I wouldn't push that man too far. Dick the Bruiser, he's been ordered by the commission not to interfere in the wrestling when he's behind the commentator's table. Yet a man, and especially so Dick the Bruiser, can and will only take so much. Well, there you go.
Come on, tough guy.
They're pushing their luck, I think.
Dick the Loser.
They're pushing the world's most dangerous wrestler. There go the headsets.
Get up here and fight. Come on.
And I might have to
Get up and fight like a man. You're not even a man. You're a poor excuse.
Make an appearance here in the ring very soon. Dick the Bruiser is back to his feet, ladies and gentlemen.
You're safe. You're safe back there. You're lucky I'm a Christian gentleman.
Engaged in the physical combat. And away they go. Away they go. A hasty and strategic retreat by the World Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will return with more Bruiser Bedlam after this. Stay with us. Join us, ladies and gentlemen, as Bruiser Bedlam comes to Lucas County Stadium as part of Cable System Day with the Toledo Mud Hens, a big Memorial Day spectacular, Monday, May the 26th. On that program, the great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, Flying Fred Curry, Calypso Jim, Chris Carter, and Don Kent, all at Lucas County Stadium. You'll see the Mud Hens, and after that, then Bruiser Bedlam. Now, back in Toledo at the Hotel Sofitel. We're very proud and privileged to be bringing all the action of Bruiser Bedlam downtown Toledo to the Hotel Sofitel. The date is Sunday, June the 22nd. Action time is 8 o'clock, and you will want to get your tickets in advance. They're available at the Hotel Sofitel lobby, all Shed locations, and at the Miller Country Store. And our thanks to Miller Beer for their help in putting together this spectacular lineup, which speaks for itself. Inside a 16-foot steel cage, Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim meet the World Tag Team Champions, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent. Anything can and no doubt will happen in that one. We're still trying to sign that world title match between the great Wojo and Flying Fred Curry. Fred has still demanded that special referee. 1,000 pounds of men go at it in the ring as the Kentucky Butcher in the special challenge put out by Yukon Moose Cholak. You will see 10 rounds of midget boxing. Farmer Pete against Little John. Sam Botek Jr., special guest referee. Muhammad Jihad Saab meets El Bracero. And as if that's not enough, Chris Carter, the Spirit of America, on hand to meet the Polynesian Wildman in a return battle.
Well, you know something, Terry, I'd like to say this first off. You know, with Miller Beer behind this, you got to know that this is the biggest wrestling extravaganza in the history of Toledo wrestling. And getting back to the Wild Polynesian, man, you know, Terry, this guy's got a worldwide reputation. The people know the battle that we had last time here in Toledo. Well, I'll tell you what, he has one thing going against him that I have for me, and that is the people, Terry. I have a very special relationship with the people in Toledo, and I know that they will get behind me. And I know that I will go on a limb right now and promise them that I will beat this wild man right in the middle of the ring.
Watch out for him Sunday, June the 22nd, 8 o'clock, Hotel Sofitel. Fans, remember now, this Monday is Cable System Day at Lucas County Stadium. You can enjoy the Toledo Mud Hens in action, immediately followed by an outstanding lineup of Bruiser Bedlam, including the great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, Flying Fred Curry, Chris Carter on hand, along with Bulldog Don Kent, and Calypso Jim. Memorial Day, Monday, May the 26th. Now, coming to Toledo, the beautiful Hotel Sofitel in the heart of downtown Toledo. Miller Beer and Championship Wrestling proud to present Bruiser Bedlam at its very best. Sunday, June the 22nd, and I'll let the matches speak for themselves. Anytime you open a card with the likes of Muhammad Jihad Saad against El Bracero, that speaks for the rest of the card, certainly. You will see the midgets in action. They're putting on the boxing gloves, going at it, a 10-round boxing match. Farmer Pete against Little John. Sam Botek Jr. from Miller Beer, the special guest referee. Return match. Chris Carter meets the Polynesian Wildman, the Kentucky Butcher. How will he stand up against Yukon Moose Cholak, over 1,000 pounds in the ring in that special challenge match? You will see the great Wojo putting his heavyweight title in the line against Flying Fred Curry. We'll announce the special referee next week. Free parking at the Vistula Garage, Jackson and Summit. Tickets in the lobby of the Hotel Sofitel, the Miller Country Store, and all Shed locations. Now, I've left off that main event because we will talk to one of the teams, the champions, involved against the Bruiser and Calypso Jim in the 16-foot steel cage.
What's there to say that hasn't already been said? Bruiser and Calypso, you've been running from us for a long time. You're both a couple of Neanderthals. Calypso Jim just won the buckwheat look-alike contest, and Dick the Bruiser is a perfect example of what happens when cousins marry cousins. They haven't got the mentality. Wrestling's a mind game, even in the cage. Bulldog, tell them what's going to happen when the bell rings that steel cage.
The blood's going to flow like water. It's going to run all over that building, because I guarantee you one thing. There's no running, Bruiser. And you, Calypso, has got what's going to come now, because you can't run. You can't hide, because you're going to keep you right here, because we're going to give you one of the worst beatings you ever had. And come on down, because it's going to be wild and it's going to be woolly, and we want it to happen.
Calypso Jim was as good as he ever was. And then you saw Graham and Kent. They're as foul as they ever were.
Some fabulous excitement of the program today. A couple of main event caliber matches. Also Flying Fred Curry and the Polynesian Wildman. A great match.
We'll see you back next time at this same time, and you're going to see more and the best of Bruiser Bedlam, the toughest, roughest wrestling in the world.
This has been a presentation of Bedlam Productions Incorporated in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated.